You should be collecting your UPX earnings on a regular basis, but there is one instance where you don't want to collect it. That's what I'm going to cover in this video.
I'm YK2012, founder of the Upland Guide. I'm here to unlock the secrets of the Upland metaverse. On this channel, you can find everything you need to build your Upland empire. Expert tutorials, winning strategies, pro tips and tricks, and a lot more. Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to stay ahead of the game. Remember, knowledge is power, and in the Upland metaverse, that knowledge is truly your most valuable asset.
Every new season in Upland provides players with an opportunity to complete tasks in order to boost their UPX earnings for the upcoming season. The base property earnings are 4.9% of the original mint price of the properties, and of course if you have that property in collections, then that's multiplied by that factor as well. And by completing a number of tasks which change from season to season, you can boost your earnings to up to 15.19%. At the end of the season, the number of tasks that you completed are tallied up, and your earnings for the following season are determined. As you can see here, each season is only 6 weeks, and there's a 2-week gap between the seasons, but your earnings will be locked in for that entire 2-month period. You can learn more about these seasons and gamified earnings in the link in the upper right-hand corner and the description below. When you click on the earnings button, you are able to see the earnings percentage for the current season. Now, the scenario in which you have to think about whether you want to click that button or not has to deal with the earnings percentage and the transition between one season to the next. When Upland transitions to the next season, all of the uncollected earnings will also change with regards to the earnings percentage that is applied to them. Here you can see that my earnings are set at 14.7%. Now, if the season was to change at this exact moment, these uncollected earnings would also increase. Now, if I were to have collected those earnings before the transition to the new season, I would have missed out on some UPX earnings, but the question is how much? Now, before I get into this calculation, if your earnings for the upcoming season are going to decrease, you definitely want to make sure that you collect those earnings before the new season begins, because just like I said, if the earnings change in your favor when your earnings percentage increases, these uncollected earnings will automatically decrease as well if your earnings decrease. Here you can see that I have developed a gamified earnings calculator where you can calculate exactly how much UPX you are going to earn by increasing your boost factor for these gamified earnings. The link to this calculator can be found in the upper right hand corner, and from there you have videos on how to actually use this calculator. But this video is only going to cover these two columns. I mentioned at the beginning of this video it's important that you are collecting your UPX earnings on a regular basis, and that's because there's an uncollected UPX earnings cap. That means that based on your Upland status, there is a maximum amount of UPX that you can have uncollected in your account. If you're an executive or chief executive, then this tool is going to be super helpful because your UPX earning cap is quite large. Now, this calculator is really simple. All you're going to do is input the existing monthly earnings that you have. So let's say it's 300,000 UPX, and next you're going to select your existing boost factor. So let's say it's 1.5, which you can see here it corresponds to 7.4% earnings, and you're going to select your Uplander status. Now here in the additional UPX to be earned column, you can see that corresponding to the different boost factors, you can see how much additional UPX you can earn by delaying your collection of the UPX earnings until after the new season has begun. And in this column here, it calculates for you when you're going to stop collecting those earnings. So if you're planning on completing all of the tasks to reach 15.19% boosted earnings, 13.7 days before the first of the month, which corresponds to the start of that new season, you're going to want to stop collecting your earnings. And only once the new season begins, you're going to want to collect those earnings. And if you do that, you will receive an additional 144,000 UPX. I hope that you found this video helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.